he's settled into the role a little bit. How excited are you to see him kind of take on a full season, and how would you describe him as a guy?
Um, First and foremost, I love Coach Butler, and I couldn't be more confident in having anybody else calling out what we're going to be running out there on the field this week. Well, weekday, not weekend. But yeah, I'm super excited for him, man. He's a fiery, passionate guy, and he comes to work every day. So you can't want anything else from a coach. That's going to be leading you guys out there to play.
Is he in a locker room setting? Does he have that same energy in there, or is he pretty coiled and intense with when it's like halftime?
Um, he's a he's a tricky guy. He's definitely not really like a very stern and stiff type of guy. He cracks jokes in his own ways. Definitely a little funny, but nah, he's definitely always like a great presence around the guys. I feel like everyone respects him and wants him to lead us, so we're all excited for him.
Coach Rule seems to like how player-led this team is. Not to knock the other teams you've been on, but how have you seen it evolve? Just like building that up, and how that can maybe help this team too.
Um, I think that we, well, not think. I know that we put a lot of work and time this off season. Just talking to each other like the leaders on the team. Just talking to each other, making sure that we're always on the same page. And our biggest thing was that if one of us say something, we all have to back each other up. And I feel like that's a powerful thing. Knowing that you have guys that got your back when you're going to. It's not easy leading people all the time. It's not always going to be, oh, come on, bro, I need you. Sometimes it gets a little hard, and having a great group of guys behind you, knowing that they believe in what you're saying and they know that what you're doing is for the greater good, and they're backing you 100% all the time. It makes it that much easier for you to be comfortable and feel comfortable leading from the front.
And Marques, what's your level of confidence in this defensive line, kind of knowing what they've lost? And how confident are you that this new group of guys that's going to play a lot is ready to get it done?
I'm extremely confident in these guys. All winter, summer, spring, though they work their tails off, and you know they have a great coach up over there. Coach Terry's amazing. I don't get to talk to him as much. Seeing he's not my position coach, but whenever I do, I can tell that they have someone that really cares and loves the game as much as they need them to. And those guys, they come to work every day. Riley, Williams, Desan, I could keep naming guys, Keona, Cam. Um, they're all dogs, and I'm excited to, play behind them this year.
Marques, did you get a chance to watch some football in week 0? Coaches said that they checked the stuff out.
Oh yeah, I was watching stuff all the way from the game in Ireland to FCS low D2 football this weekend, and you know, it was fun. Football season coming back around is always a good feeling. It's just something about the air starts to feel a little different around, and um, I feel like it was great to be able to watch those games and nitpick little stuff from them. Watch not just from like a fan point of view, but kind of get into like a film watching mindset with it sometime, and noticing different stuff like that we talked about even in our like team meetings with Coach Rule. Emphasis on like how not to beat ourselves and different stuff like that. It all came full like we saw a lot of that stuff this past weekend, and it was a great chance for us to learn without having to learn for ourselves.
When you watch a game in Ireland, do you think back at all to when you played there? I mean, 'cause you were a part of that game.
Yeah.
And can you just speak to the amount of progression or evolution that this program has gone through since that day?
Yeah, nah, it's night and day. I feel like that was a good team, but I feel like this is a great team that I'm on. Loved all those guys that were on that team, but I feel like it's definitely a different feeling around here in the building. Just on a day-to-day basis, everybody has the same goal, and we're all enforcing the same standard. So, it's really exciting.
What's the key as a DB when you're playing a quarterback like Sorsby, who he can't run a little bit, can't probably extend stuff, and you got to be aware of that.
I think for us, just make sure our keys are always right, our eyes are in the right spots, and at the end of the day, this is a full 11-man game, so it's going to be the D line working with the linebackers and the linebackers working with us, to make sure that we keep this guy under wraps, and I'm excited for it. Football is a competitive game, and I'm glad we get to see a quarterback like him first week.
What's the excitement level for getting to not only have the season open up, but get to do it at a venue like at Arrowhead?
Oh man, it means the world to me. I'm super excited for it. I've never personally played in the NFL stadium in my college football career, so really excited for that. That just being someplace I'm aspiring to be in the near future. It just gives me a little peek into what it's like playing on the NFL field.
Anything else, Marques? Thank you.
Thank you guys.